Hello everyone, ArkipovABV here. How are you all doing? Today, we are sipping on Bowen Island Coastline Pale Ale. We're going to crack this open, pour it in the glass, and see how it is. Got to create a vent hole to have an easier pour. Alright. So there's not really much that I got to say about this beer. The aroma is very malty, very hoppy. Let's go in for a sip. Oh man. Ooh, that is delicious. Oh my goodness. There's not really much I know about these beers that Bowen Island has brewed. So I don't know what they use within their brewing process, but I've tried their lager, their IPA, and their pale ale. I gotta say, their pale ale might be one of my favorites. On the palate, it's very malty. You got a really nice, strong, hoppy flavor. It's a little bit bitter. Not as bad as their IPA. Not as bitter as their IPA. But with this, their pale ale, there is no fruity or floral notes in the aroma or flavor. So it's just a strong, malty, hoppy beer. And for a pale ale, it's quite darker in color than I really associate a pale ale as. But to me, this is what I would expect an IPA to kind of taste like, minus the fruit notes to it, and it's very smooth. I enjoy it because it's not super bitter. It doesn't have that strong, astringent taste to it. This one I think is very, very nice to sit down and just sip on. I definitely recommend this pale ale to anyone. So if you're definitely looking for a good pale ale to try and sip on, I recommend Bowen Island Coastline Pale Ale. It's, what's the percent? 5% ABV. So average, I would say. I really like it. It's bold and deep and dark flavors, and it I think pairs good with a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very smooth, very refreshing. Nice, strong, malty flavor. Can't really go wrong with this. This pale ale is one of the ones that kind of surprised me the most, because it's definitely nothing that I've had before. Nothing like any other pale ales that I've had, so this is one of my favorites for sure. Definitely something I would go and buy again. And with their lineup, the pale ale and the lagers are my favorites. And I think this one is my top one. But you let me know if you guys have tried Bowen Island Pale Ale before and your thoughts on it. If you enjoyed it, if you would recommend it, or if you would buy it again. And as always, if you're sipping on anything, let me know in the comments down below and tell me your thoughts on what you are sipping on. Mm. Damn, that's good. When I first tried it, it was kind of weird to say this, but when I first tried the pale ale, it was very strong and bold flavors, to where it almost kind of tasted like a light version of a Guinness. And I do love a good Guinness. And so this really surprised me. It made me very intrigued on the pale ale. So I was glad when I bought the variety pack, I had a couple more left over to taste test and see my actual thoughts on this. And yeah, I think this is one of my one of my favorites. Mhm. Mhm. It has a beautiful dark amber, almost caramel color. Beautiful color. Amazing bold flavors of the malt, kind of like malty grains and hops. And it just balances it and blends very nicely together. This is the type of beer you don't really miss any of that fruity or floral notes. Very refreshing. Yeah, nice smooth beer. Yeah, Bowen Islands was brewed in Vancouver, BC, so a Canadian brewed beer. So I'm sure you could find this anywhere in Canada. If you're lucky, maybe you could find it somewhere outside of Canada, hopefully in the US. But since it's a Canadian beer, I don't think they'll be shipping it out. But don't hold me against that. I'm hoping you guys could find it in your local liquor store. Because this one I definitely recommend all of you to try at least once. Even if you're not a big fan of beer or pale ales, it's different. And to me, it's a good different. So see if you get your hands on it. Maybe if you're going to take a trip to Canada, maybe stop into the liquor store, see if they are carrying it. Maybe grab a can or two and see what your thoughts are. I was very curious on it, especially when it was on sale. But yeah, not too bad. Really good, smooth drink to have. Ouch. Yeah, not really much to say about this. Just other than I really enjoy it. And it's not very complex, just a bold, strong flavors of malty grains, and hops. And a little bit of bitterness on the back of the tongue from the hops, which isn't that astringent. Very palatable. Yeah, a very tasty brew. Well, I guess that's all I got for tonight. I hope you enjoyed sitting back, hanging out, relaxing, drinking a beer with me. But other than that, I would say cheers until the next pour.